let's see what Mr. Gotcha Smack is pissed off about. We've watched Dora 44 and we've watched Brain Online. Let's see what Mr. Gotcha Smack is pissed off about. I feel like progressively we have went from like the person that is least mad about the update to a person that is slightly mad about the update to a person that is straight up mad about the updates.
Boys and girls, I stopped farming Genshin Impact's pure stupidity quite a while ago. Like these days I react to a trailer every now and then, but the live streams, I just let them have it. However, something came across my crosshairs and it even aggroed me to make a video. So
okay,
what I want you to do is pretend you know nothing about this live stream, and maybe you actually don't.
I haven't watched it.
Take in this part right here, okay? It says, compared to last year, the rewards and optimizations this year are hitting way harder. Like this masterless Stella Fortuna. Okay. Are you sure these decisions won't cause any problems? Let's put it this way. I often hear this saying, and I bet you guys hear it too. Genshin Impact doesn't want to make money, right?
That's a meme. That's a meme. Everybody knows that's a meme. But it's funnier if you think that's not a meme.
This is like 10. This is like 10 out of 10 rage bait. When I saw this, because this is the first thing I went to confirm the context that I had saw on Twitter, I thought to myself, what did they do in this stream that prompted them to do this? Did they get rid of their 50-50 system? Did they lower their egregious shop prices? Did they enable people to not have to pull on the weapon banner anymore? Did they fucking like remove gotcha like Duet Night Abyss entirely?
Ooh,
like,
that's
what
a big
did
one.
They do in this game that enabled them to say that on the stream? Genshin Impact of all people. And when I looked at the rewards and everything that they did, although some of them were pretty decent, I thought to myself, hold on, is this not the company that's been out for 5 years now? They didn't just come out last year. Genshin Impact's been out for 5 years now.
True.
Is this not the company that's the most profitable fucking company by far?
It is.
Not even close. Anybody doesn't
Actually, that is true. The most profitable gacha company of all time, I feel like. Literally.
What level of fucking delusion? I mean, you call me crazy, guys, but what level of delusion prompted these guys to get on here and say this shit right here? Are you sure these decisions won't cause any problems? What problems are these decisions supposed to fucking cause you guys? Pray tell, brother. I'd love to hear them. And even furthermore, who the hell is saying Genshin Impact doesn't want to?
It's a meme. It is a meme. It is a meme. But I feel like that leaves like a bad taste in their mouth. Like you can't just say like literally the most like polar opposite meme, right? Like holy shit.
Who the fuck is saying this? Bro, dead ass. Point them out. Who's saying this?
I think causing problems part was sarcasm. If that's sarcasm, then like the entire part, like all those like masterless Fortuna is basically actually rage bait. It's like actually a big fuck you. It's like, haha, you think we don't like to make money? Check this out, you know? Like, holy. It might actually be like a punch to like the player base, but like the player base is just too stupid to realize that.
They're literally the most profitable company in the entirety of the space. Who the hell would say Genshin Impact doesn't want to make? That's all they want to do.
It is a bad taste, right?
I went and did my due diligence and I saw what they added in here. First, they essentially said that every year they're going to give a 5-star standard character selector for the anniversary rewards.
That has been happening for a while, right? But he probably doesn't know that just because he didn't really cover Genshin Impact for, you know. They did that for Fontaine. I think they did that for Natlan as well. Not sure about Fontaine, but definitely for Natlan.
For me, I have never in my life been impressed by this.
True, though. Actually true. By the time they actually add that feature, none of the characters matter anymore. Which one's more rage bait? This one or this one? This one was a meme for a bit. What players weren't that happy, to be honest. Add it to the collection, boys. Add it to the collection. I think literally by the end of Sumeru, none of the standard banner characters actually matter anymore. It's been power crept to a point where they don't really matter anymore. It's kind of meaningless unless you're just collecting characters.
Especially for a game that's been out for 5 years.
True.
Secondly, standard characters are the characters that fall off the goddamn hardest. Now they're like adding characters in as the years go by, I think.
Yeah.
Characters that
but those characters ultimately are not that good in general.
But it's just like, that to me is not generosity, bro. After a game has been out for 5 years, a live stream service game with a reputation like Genshin Impact, I cannot believe anybody would convince themselves that this is generosity.
You know what? That should be the quote of the year. Pretending to be generous is different from being actually generous.
The second thing is constellations for selected limited characters. Almost all of them, by the way, fell off hard. They're all shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they're shit. They're like tier list characters. You can go check that out yourself. Maybe one of them has some value.
The constellations really doesn't matter.
That's the second thing they're doing. They're now enabling you to like unlock a constellation for a character. And to my knowledge, once you unlock one constellation for that character, I don't think you can do it again a second time. You guys feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know if it's like a yearly thing. Like, let's say like next year happens, you're able to do the same for the same character. But from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like you can do that. It's once forever. For the length of Genshin Impact, you cannot unlock a second constellation for that character with that event. Just one uno per account per character. Maybe next year they change their mind, but probably not. But again, it's for characters that doesn't matter.
The third thing is they're unlocking the level from 90 to go up to 100. And that's where he was talking about that masterless stellar fortuna bullshit.
Yeah. Honestly, even without that, it's like, let's say we didn't have to do Fortuneless Fortuna. If we're gonna do that for everyone, like I said before, right? If we don't have the Fortuneless Fortuna, once they raise the level, they're gonna raise the level of the mobs. They're gonna scale the HP even harder, right? Ultimately, that feature does absolutely nothing. Our levels go up, our damage go up, and then the monster HP go up. What the fuck does that say? Like that literally just cancels it out. Like what?
But the condition tied to you doing this
is
you
a condition.
have to have maximum dupes of that character. And then the next dupe you get, since they're maxed out, is going to give a masterless star glitter. So in short, it's massively well gated. It's for people
Welcome to Genshin
who
Impact.
have already welled out their accounts and they have C6 on all of their 5-star characters to the point where now, if they get another copy of the character, it unlocks them this masterless star glitter. And you know what's crazy? It costs 3 of these star glitters to take them to level 100. So if you get a dupe of a maxed out C6 character, you get 1, not 3, 1 of these star glitters. Fortuna, whatever the hell you want to call the jargon. This was quite literally what they revealed right before this dipshit on the right hand side was putting on this act. Look at this shit. Their level cap in current levels, meaning no extra experience books or more are needed. No way. Oh, no way, bro. So what they just said right there is when you take them from 90 to 100, there is you don't need any experience books or more.
But the condition itself is kind of
enough.
fucked.
It's going to take you up outright without you having to consume that. But it's just like, bro saying, no way. Like this acting shit drives me. Oh, it drives me insane, bro. Because they're literally gassing up garbage. Aquaria, don't toy with me. Compared to last year, this is insane. It's like they get in this act and gaslight the whole community that they treat like dirt. I'll
be completely honest with you. If you're tricked by this, your IQ is probably not high enough. Who actually thinks this is good? Name me one person that thinks is good.
What they're doing right now is going to change everything. That's the most generous thing of all time. And the shit that drives me insane, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who see straight through this, is people fall for that shit. People actually think like these guys are being generous. I'm like, oh my fucking brother, they make $1 billion a year. You think they're being
That's true. You don't. Here's the thing. Billionaires, $1 billion companies don't become $1 billion companies by being generous. If they're generous, they would not be $1 billion company. That's the lesson you can learn. Their revenue would not be $1 billion. Trust me on that one.
Here, newsflash, guys. Going from 90 to 100 after being out for 5 years, that should just be an unlock.
True.
We're
honestly,
talking about a game too.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, I mean, difficulty goes up, obviously, but like MMORPGs, other live service games do that all the time, right? Like, new update comes out, new big update comes out every now and then, level cap increases, but everybody has access to it. Imagine needing to literally do this to unlock a level cap. What the fuck?
They barely just recently added in a challenging mode. For the last 4 years, though, there was no challenge in the game.
That's not even that good. The Stygian Onslaught wasn't even that good. Honestly, Stygian Onslaught is one of the worst ways you can implement into a game just because the game sells power. Is it hard? Is it challenging? Honestly, if you can clear Dire 180, it's not challenging at all. Like, you're not even struggling to clear Stygian 180 if you can actually clear it.
The 90 to 100 did effectively fucking nothing. There's only one mode in this game, to my knowledge, that 90 to 100 is finally going to come into play, and it's a mode for whales. And so the one time you're in...
I've said this before, and I'll say it over and over again. The thing from 90 to 100 literally increases your damage, essentially means nothing for casual players and Giga Whales. Giga Whales can already 180 Dire. It doesn't matter. Casual players doesn't even come close to beating Dire Stygian Onslaught. They're like 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left, an entire minute left. They can barely get the boss to like 25% HP or something like that. It really applies for people that only have like 3 seconds, 5 seconds left on the timer. Small percentage of the player base, really.
A increase in level, it's pay gated, and it's pay gated towards a mode that even whales struggle with.
Not Giga Whales. Not Giga. Yeah, whales. Some whales. If you haven't spent enough, you'll struggle with.
I am like I'm trying to like math this out in my head, bro, and I'm just like, there's no way people watch these streams and they don't call this shit out. In the Genshin community, by the way, not like...
I feel like people call it out, like Doro and Brand calls it out. They don't call it out hard enough. That's the biggest issue, too, with the Genshin community. Nobody fucking complains about this hard enough. Complain every patch, nothing new. It's the same old, just enjoy the game casually. You can, but if it exists, then you can complain about it. What is there not to complain about? If you can praise the game, I can complain about the game. And you can't even say the complaints aren't valid. They are very valid. There's lots of complaint, but the devs never gonna listen anyway. But like, what exactly are compliments gonna do? Because compliments means it's compliments for something that already has been done. So what the fuck is more compliments gonna do? Honestly, some of you guys are actually complaining about there's too many fucking compliments and not enough complaints, and I can see that. Compliments inviting more players. Like what? Like how? Like what does that mean? What does compliment invites more players mean? Like people see your review, oh my god, it's a great game, I'm gonna play it, like stuff like that. I can see that. Most people, when they want to play a game, they're like, oh, let's look at the reviews first, right? You wouldn't say that compliment. It's just good review, right? Compliments essentially, in the terms of like feedback, does nothing. Compliments does nothing, because what the fuck else is there to say about something that already has been done? But what are complaints? Complaints are for features that's badly designed and badly implemented. They're not gonna listen. But at the same time, I'm not gonna stop complaining because these things are not fixed. Does that make sense? Please don't criticize my favorite gacha. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You guys have got to actually accept the criticisms for this game, quite literally. You can't have this utopia where you only accept compliments and not criticism. Honestly, other games do it all the time, right? I feel like it's only Genshin Impact or like the gacha games that are really like positives only, no negative. Look at the League of Legends subreddit and shit like that. When something goes bad, people shit on it. And people will be like, yeah, that's fair. Right? As long as it's a fair criticism, I think that's fine. You can criticize it. And I try to do that. I try to give fair criticisms. I try to give examples of why certain things are bad and certain things are good. Don't get me wrong. I will say certain things are good, but it's like what's good has been complimented already, but what's bad has not been fixed. So that's why complaints keep coming in.
Everybody else outside of the Genshin community, I'm sure they see it for what it is, but the community itself, they just gloss over this shit and they just...
No, I think some people are not very happy with this. I guarantee you there is a loud minority that's not happy with this. But I feel like there's an equal loud minority that does not care. Whatever. They're giving us new stuff, their new stuff. I can also spit in your mouth for free. How about that? There's a lot of free things. I got shit on your head for free. Will you take that? You have something new on your hair. Shit. You see this on like Reddit a lot and like Twitter a lot. It's like, oh, why are you complaining about free stuff that we're getting? It's like, free. It's free, so why does that hurt you? It doesn't, but it's shit. They are quite literally shitting on my head. Giving you characters that are irrelevant compared to the newer characters, even all the way back to Fontaine, is honestly like, here you go, a candy wrapper. You want some M&Ms, and then they give you the entire bag of M&Ms with only like one M&M in it. Like, What? Again, difference between actually being generous and being generous. Isn't candy wrappers what Genshin has always been giving you? So surprised? You're not wrong. We're not surprised. We're just calling it out.
And it's why you guys are a meme. With no disrespect,
Yeah.
you guys are a fucking meme in not only the gacha.
Go on Genshin Reddit and actually look for people asking for skip button, and then look for the comments that have people defending not having a skip button. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Well, actually having a skip button will undermine the story of the game. Actually, the writers for the game will see that as unimportant, since every player will skip the story. If they expect every player to skip the story, they wouldn't put in effort in making the story, and the story will be shit. You're telling me the Genshin Impact storytelling isn't already shit? You're telling me the storytelling in Genshin Impact is good right now, even when we don't have a skip button? Like, actually, shut up. Skip button is an optional thing. Story skipper with skill regardless, just add it. That's a thing, right? That's the thing. But they will say what I exactly just said. Well, the storytelling will be so bad because everyone will just skip the story and it won't matter anymore. Yeah, like the storytelling is so good. Like, storytelling right now is so good.
Y'all just gloss over this shit.
True, dude, true. I've been saying that since forever ago. Yeah, they're not adding this, or like this feature is bad. Yeah, this feature is bad, but I still love the game. Shut up. Stop undermining things. Holy fuck.
There's no way y'all let these people get on that damn stage and just I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. By the way, this shit gets even funnier. The dude says on the left, players who've been traveling with us this long, they know.
Okay.
Over the years, Genshin Impact's production costs have gone way beyond what you'd expect in a typical game.
How would we know that? Okay, now we're comparing it to typical games. You're telling me this game costs more than like League of Legends. Like, they have like world championships, actual like esports teams and stuff like that. You're telling me this costs more than like, what's like another really high quality game that's like live service? World of Warcraft. MMORPGs in a space have the highest costs of production. Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO. It's probably a lot. I feel like Final Fantasy 14 makes like the least profit of like all the MMOs, I feel like. I don't think Genshin's production is higher than MMOs. I'll be completely honest with you, because this game doesn't try to balance the game at all. Right? Like literally, I feel like you're not adding anything to the gameplay. You're not revamping the gameplay every single big patch. Every single patch is like new map, new characters, new banners. Puzzles, you know what? I'd argue probably puzzles, maybe, but then it's like you make like, what, 5 puzzles per half a year.
Little bro got on this stage and is trying to pity party the community by saying, guys, our production costs are so high. You know, it's
production cost is high, but revenue is also high. Like, come on.
They're trying to further sell to the community the narrative that they're being unbelievably kind and generous, that their production costs are through the roof, when in reality, their production costs are covered tenfold in one singular patch update.
Yep, true.
Tenfold.
True.
That means for the next 20 patches or however many patches a year, it's all profits from there, guys. All profits. Yep. I would say it might even be 100-fold with a singular patch.
100-fold might be a
and this dude is over here talking about some players who have been traveling with us long. No. There's no way. If there is the definition of the word out of touch or trolling, this is the best scenario to apply that shit to.
Oh, man.
And you know what? This is another problem with this whole scenario. There is some good stuff they've added in. There's some solid stuff. The new gameplay mode.
I wouldn't say, I don't know. I feel like everybody gives UGC like the biggest benefit of the doubt. I don't trust it. There's always something with it. I'll play it for like a day or two, but honestly, I don't trust it.
But a lot of the stuff that they're fixing is just shit that should have been fixed a long goddamn time ago. But they announce it like it's like game.
Yeah, actually, like, dude, we're 5 years in. I feel like we're 5 years in. Anything other than gameplay revamp or like artifacts farming revamp or like artifact revamp or something like that, we're way past the point of like adding quality of life. Quality of life shouldn't be added in like a big patch. Quality of life, if you look at like other games, they add that like any other patch, like some like random time during like a patch. Like it's like almost like a bug fix, right? It's like almost like a bug fix kind of thing. Quality of life only gets added during like 0.0 updates. It's crazy because during other games like the 0.0 big updates, new entire features, like actually revamps of like certain features and new features gets added. Like look at Path of Exile, look at Warframe. Like actually, having played other games, I cannot believe quality of life is the biggest thing they add to like a big patch. Like what? And it's not even that many. It literally shit that should have been added in like a while ago. Like holy fuck. Like maybe to like gacha game players, this is like not a common occurrence or something like that. Or like to like Genshin players with Genshin Impact being the first game isn't a common occurrence. But this is like quality of life being added to like a big patch is quite literally probably the worst updates I've seen in a video game.
Like for example, the condensed resin part where they're like, we understand travelers have been struggling with condensed resin. So to make matters better, we've just made it easier for you to do all these extra steps to unlock a condensed resin still. So like you're not able to just consume stamina for double experience like you should, like a regular person should.
True.
You still have to do the extra steps, but they've made the extra steps a little bit more manageable. But it's like, bro, just get rid of the extra steps. Allow me to fucking consume my double stamina. Like,
True.
what? It's like they're masters at making the tiniest micro steps of improvement and then presenting it like they're literal fucking Goliath steps.
Actually, it's like they're magnifying it bigger than what it actually is. And I cannot believe people actually eat that up. I can't believe that. Am I just like reading this wrong, or like it's quite literally like the smallest change you could possibly find in like a regular patch in like some other game? Like actually, Genshin is your first game, so you have nothing to compare to. You see, that's the issue. Don't get me wrong. It's not your fault. Like it's crazy. Like what are we celebrating? Like we're celebrating the fact that we can condense our resin into 3 instead of 2? Like, are we serious?
Because if I can inspire anybody inside of that community to just understand how much of a fucking joke of a team that's behind this damn game is, maybe that'll lead you to wake up and realize,
yep.
I mean, I don't know, but if you enjoy the game still, I get it.
If you enjoy the game, yeah, honestly, you know, it is what it is. You enjoy the game, right? But you can't pretend criticisms for this game doesn't exist. People might say that, oh, you don't look like you're enjoying the game. All you're doing is complaining about the game. Because all the praises that I've given the game already exists. Why am I praising the same things over and over again? What is the need, right? What is that feedback realistic going to do? It's the things that they implemented wrong and the things that they didn't implement should be talked about, right? Because this doesn't exist in the game. Like, why would you not talk about it if it doesn't exist in the game? Now, will they add it to the game? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I stop talking about it. If it's not in the game, I can talk about it whenever because it's not in the game. You can't put a poster over a hole in the wall and pretend the hole in the wall doesn't exist.
Like maybe you're somebody who's like, no, bro, like, I'm fully aware of how much of a clown show these guys are, but I still like to play the game.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can say that. You know what? I would appreciate people saying that more. I love the game, but I can't deny these fucking asshats, these fucking shit features exist. You can say that. But the issue is that most people just glaze over it. Like, yeah, they exist, but like, you know, it is what it is. I love the game. Like, no, come on. Like, shit on it as hard as you can. Come on, let's go.